everybody. Welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports. I'm Sports Director Brandon Bosco.
It's yours truly, sports anchor Devin J. Martin. Welcome into the show. We got a lot to get into tonight, Brandon. We got basketball, baseball, lacrosse.
All of it. But first, tonight's big story has to be that storm system moving through that's going to not only be here all night tonight, but also most of the day tomorrow.
So let's turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Rich Wurdzik with his forecast.
Yeah, we're going to get right back to DSI here in just a couple seconds. Want to give everyone updated on what's going on here with the rain. Rain is starting to build to the south and west, and this is going to be becoming more and more of an issue here throughout the night. Steadier rains, eventually some heavy rain by late and into tomorrow. Flash flood potential will be increasing to 1 to 3 inches of rain, localized up to 4 inches, and you can see the entire area of Delmarva is under that threat for Saturdays. We're looking at not only a heavy rain event, but also some problems with the winds that will be coming in tomorrow. So I got a lot to track on Futurecast coming up. It's not all bad news for the weekend. Also talk about when the weather is expected to get better for your weekend plans. All of that coming back in just a few minutes. Brandon and Devin.
All right, thank you, Rich. He'll be back in a little bit with his full look at the next 7 days. All right, coming up starting tonight, though, we're going to turn to what turned out to be a fantastic matchup in Delmar. It was the Wildcats, already 1-0 on the season, welcoming in a tough opponent today. And we've had a couple of great baseball games to start the season already.
I know, we're already here. It's basically spring already. So let's
Fantastic
get right into
stuff.
it. They took on Stephen Decatur today and went down to the very last out, Brandon. So let's see who came out on top. Let's jump in and find out. Decatur on the road going up against Aiden McCauley and the Wildcats. Now we start in the bottom of the second. Runners on second and third. The throw back to second baseman. You're going to see the pitch right here. Now let's see if he can come up with it. No, it doesn't look like he did. The ball slipped out of his glove, so Delmar takes a 1-0 lead. But hold on, Brandon. They're not done just yet. I like this last name. Nate Berzonski with the pitch right here. Runner on second, attempts to steal. Ryder Swanson throws a third, but it's a wild throw. Robert McCabe comes home on the error. Throw home is not in time. Delmar goes up by 2. Now, moving to the bottom of the 6th inning, Decatur down 2-1. Waylon Hobgood drives this ball into center field. The tying run scores. Here comes the go-ahead run. Lucas Loring sprinting home. He slides. And he's safe at the plate. Decatur takes a 3-2 lead in the 6th inning.
Now, Decatur now 3 outs away from getting that comeback win. Tying run at second. Blair Davis grounding it to second. Goes through his legs. Tying run coming around third. He is safe. We are tied. Staying in the bottom of the 7th now. Bases are loaded. 2 outs and a 3-1 count. McCauley with the pitch coming to him. And it's down low, draws the walk-off walk. The most exciting play in baseball. They take down Decatur 4-3. Wildcats improved to 2-0 on the season. And we caught up with skipper Jordan Johnson after the game. He had this to say about that final plate appearance from McCauley.
Him and I had a side conversation ourselves. I said, what do you want to do? I trust him enough as a baseball player. We decided we're not going to take, and if he got a good pitch and it was something that he could hammer, then that he was going to go after. But he did a great job still working around that second to last pitch, very close pitch, looked like maybe it was in, I guess. But for him to lay off that in that situation, a lot of emotions going on there. That was a great job, great approach.
The thing about baseball early on in the season, you limit the errors, you're going to win more games.
I was actually going to bring that up. I didn't want to take away from the ending of the game.
No,
but
absolutely not.
They were definitely rusty out there a little bit. There was a couple errors that obviously led to a couple runs.
But we saw Delmar score 3 runs, 2 of which were on pickoff plays.
Yep.
1 to second and 1 to third base. Got to get cleaned up, and it will get cleaned up over the course of the season. Decatur is a very strong baseball team.
They are.
And Delmar, we've seen, has been also strong as well in recent years. So.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this is something that's probably going to get better as the season goes on. But that was the first thing that I noticed. I'm like, at the second base and third base, two of their 3 runs coming off errors. I know they're rusty at the start of the season. This isn't something I see them doing in April or May.
Right. So what a game we saw yesterday as well between 2 incredible baseball programs in the Bayside. Opening day out in Snow Hill as the Eagles taking on Colonel Richardson, and the Eagles in a jam, top of the first, bases loaded. Garrett Williams on the hill, full count pitch. Well, can I help you with something, sir? Nope, just looking. Called strike 3. That ends the jam. Bottom of the first. Eagles have a runner on second, 2 out. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Daniel Hessen pitch, swing and a miss. He gets him on strikes. Now, it wouldn't stay scoreless for long. Top third, runner on third. Garrett Williams fakes the throw, but according to Section 7 of the rule book, that is a balk, and he comes on home. But don't count the Eagles out just yet. Bottom 6, bases juiced. Anthony Holslander lays down a perfect bunt. Hessen flips home, not in time. Snow Hill ties it up.
Now, Colonel trying to stop it from going to extra innings. Another bases loaded situation. Hessen grounds it to short. Throw to first is off the chest. Runner on third comes home, and the throw is not in time. Colonel retakes the lead in the 7th. Now, we're going to get to the bottom of the 7th. Jack Walls on the mound. We have another bases loaded moment. Walls with the pitch, and let's see if he gets Holslander looking. Holslander, strike 3. And Colonel wins it 2-1. First game of the season is a win. First-year head coach Garrett Neppert gets his first win, and this was his reaction.
Pretty great, actually. It wasn't pretty, that's for sure, but we got the job done, and number 1 feels pretty good. Obviously, that's the goal of every team. We're just trying to continue to stack days, get better each and every day, and then when we get to the playoffs, we're going to be playing our best baseball.
Now, Devin, here's the thing about that game. These two teams are exceptional in 1A. We saw Snow Hill get to the semifinals 2 years ago. We saw Colonel Richardson beat them in the semifinals 2 years ago. Colonel's been to the championship game in 1A 2 years in a row.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see with a head coaching change whether or not Colonel Richardson continues to go deep in the playoffs.
Yep.
It looks like they're strong once again.
Yeah, they have a lot of talent up there in American corner when it comes, especially when it comes to baseball. Now, we got to take a break from baseball. I know it's your favorite sport, Brandon.
It is. It's the beautiful game.
We got to go back a couple weeks to basketball because this basketball season as a whole has had some up and downs, but the end has been great, especially in Delaware.
Season.
Because the DIAA champs, the 2024 Dover Senators, first time in school history, taking home the trophy. They took down Sally's 56-53 in a
Memorable
state championship. Yeah, at the bottom.
One of the most memorable in recent times.
It was really fantastic. So earlier today, the Dover High alumni made sure that the Senators knew how much the Dover community appreciated the team's efforts this season, celebrating them in a free event earlier today. So not only do the Dover Senators keep that trophy, you just saw that check, they're getting a check for $4,000 for some new state championship rings.
That's
and
fantastic
that's courtesy
stuff.
of Fears promotion. So they got honored with that today. So I was able to go up to Dover. They're really happy about that, Brandon.
Oh, absolutely. And these kids earned it. First championship in school history. They deserve those rings to commemorate that. We spoke with the two leaders from the Senators, Denham Perkins and Darrell Little, both first teamers, about the impact their championship has on the Dover community.
I about to say it showed everybody under us that, like all the young boys, that they can definitely get the job done. You can come to Dover. You can really, if you put the work in, you can definitely win the state.
We getting mad support because like the first one we made history. I feel like it brought everybody together. Everybody rooting for us. So.
And Darrell Little, who you just heard from, earning Gatorade Player of the Year this year, and he deserved it. He had 19.5 points, 7 rebounds per game, maintained a B average in the classroom, Devin.
Yeah, they asked one head coach, Gary Lumpkin from William Penn, about guarding Little, and he had this to say, quote, he really scores the ball. He does everything. He was everything for Dover. He gets buckets. He's solid on both ends of the floor, and he's a key leader for their team, end quote. I mean, just look at the championship game and how he played. 31 points, making bucket after bucket in the clutch, making every single basket that the Senators needed.
And you asked him about this tonight. What do you
have
to say?
He was very happy. He didn't even know that he got the award until later in the day when it got announced. He said his mom told him. He was just very excited that he was able to get honored like that. So congrats to Little, who remains uncommitted on where he will play in college.
Yeah, and he gets Gatorade for life, right? That's what happens.
I believe
No,
so. I mean, it should. I mean, if you're the Gatorade Player of the Year, you should be able to get any Gatorade you want for the rest of your life.
All right, that'll do it for the A block. We're calling our first time out, but we're going to talk about the Cambridge Vikings and their remarkable journey when the Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
Hello, this is Toby Peer. I'm the head football coach at Cambridge South Dorchester High School. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.